Okay, hey everybody, Mr. Mac here. We're going to do a few solutions on the 7.4 practice set, and I've posted all the solutions for these. It's just a TIFF file, so you can check some of your work for the previous ones, but I thought maybe I would just work through these last three because it's a little more challenging. Okay, so we're applying our special triangle formulas here for these last three, but as we look, we see, like number 21, that this is actually not a triangle. This is a trapezoid. We have a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. So we need to turn this into something that we recognize and we can work with. So we see a 60 and we see a 45. So let's work with this and cut this up into triangles. So if I were to drop an altitude here, and that gives us two right angles and this length right here, we would have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So this would be 30. Oh, that's really ugly. Smaller, 30, 30, 60, 90. And we know this length 12 would be the hypotenuse of the 30, 60, 90. So that means we could find the short leg. And so the short leg is this segment right here. Let's do it in red. So this segment right here would be the short leg. So we can find this piece that gives us part of x. So what is the equation that we need to use? So hypotenuse equals short equals 2 times the short leg. That's one equation. And the other one is long leg equals short leg root 3. So those are our equations for 30, 60, 90. All right, so the hypotenuse is 12. The short leg is going to be half of 12. 6 is the short leg. So this section right here is 6. Okay. How do we get the rest? Let's take another altitude here and let's draw it, giving us another right angle. So this would be a right angle here too. So if this angle is 45, this angle here also has to be 45 because this is 90. So that makes this angle 45. These are alternate interior angles. That's another way we can look at it. So now I have a 45, 45, 90 triangle. And so we know that the hypotenuse equals the leg root 2 for 45, 45, 90. Right? So this is for 45, 45, 90. And this one over here, well, these are for 30, 60, 90. Okay, so I get, yikes, that was, no, let's see, I need to merge. I need to merge this, I think, and then it'll work. Merge. Yep. Just gotta merge. So change the colors here and we can see 3 different shapes. So this 30, 60, 90 in yellow, this green is the 45, 45, 90, and this blue is a rectangle. Looks like a square, but we don't know all the sides are congruent. But we know that this opposite side would be congruent to this side here, this blue. So that means that this is 10. So we've got 16 gets us all the way up to that point. How do we get this rest here? Well, the 45-45 triangle is isosceles. So that means that these two are congruent. Well, this rectangle means these opposite sides are congruent. So look at this. If I know this segment's length, it will give me that one. We can find this one because we have this 30, 60, 90. This is the long leg of the 30, 60, 90 right here. So if I know the short leg times root 3, that gives me the long leg. So this is going to be 6 root 3, which makes this 6 root 3, this leg, and then this leg is 6 root 3 also. So 6 plus 10 plus 6 root 3, that is x. So didn't even need to use our equations for 45-45. If it asks for y here, say this length right here, then we would have to use it to get the hypotenuse, but we actually didn't need to use it. So x is going to be 6 plus 10 plus 6 root 3. And I can add the 6 and 10 together, but this is not a like term, so we're just going to say 16 plus 6 root 3. Super annoyed that my screencast stopped on me and I did this whole thing and it didn't record the last two problems, so here we go. Okay, so find the measure of y here. We're given this kite. A kite has two pairs of congruent and adjacent sides, and this diagonal going from these opposite vertices here is what we're looking for. And we're given 30 is this angle, and this angle is 90, and the diagonal here is going to bisect this. So this is going to give us a 45. So we don't have a 45-30 something triangle, so we need to get a 90. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the other diagonal here, and in a kite the diagonals are 90 degrees. So this is going to give us a 45-45-90 for this triangle here, and let's get this as, let's go yellow for this one. And then this triangle here is going to be a 30, let's go doubles here. This is going to be 30, this is going to be 90, this is going to be 60 here. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, let's make it blue. So the leg of the 45-90 here plus the long leg of the 30-60 90 would give us y. So why don't we write that? Y is going to be equal to the leg plus the long leg. Okay, so there is nothing on this side for a side that is given. No sides given anywhere here. We do have this side here, which is the hypotenuse of the 45-45-90. So we know that hypotenuse equals leg root 2. And this is for a 45-45-90. So 8 root 2 equals leg root 2. We need to solve for leg. We need to undo multiply root 2. We undo multiplying by dividing. All the root 2's in the problem cancel. So this is going to be 8. And this is going to be 8. I can't see it. 8 is right here. 8. this is 8, and this is 8. Okay. So we have this 8 right here is given. Plus, now how do we get the long leg? Well, the leg of this 45-45 is the same as the short leg of the 30-60-90. And so we know that long leg equals short leg root 3 for the 30-60-90. So the long leg we're looking for, the short leg is 8. There it is. So 8 plus 8 root 3 is our answer, and we cannot combine those. They are not like terms. So that's it. I'm going to leave it like that. Hopefully I'm still recording. Let's pop on to 23 and let's knock this one out. This one's actually a little bit easier than the other two, with except for taking care of a rationalizing a denominator. So we have a 45-45 triangle on this side, and we have a 30-60 on this side. They both share a leg. So it's the long leg for the 30-60-90. It is just the leg for the 45. So don't we know the legs of the 45-45-90 are congruent? So if this is 8, y has to be 8. So that's done. That's easy. And we know that the hypotenuse of a 45 is leg root 2. So that's z. So z equals 8 root 2. That's done. So in a 30-60-90, we know long leg equals short leg root 3. And we know hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg. So in this case, the long leg is this 8. The short leg across from the 30 is w. So we need to solve for w by getting rid of the multiply root 3, and we divide root 3. Got to rationalize the denominator now. We're going to multiply top and bottom by root 3. So that's going to give us 8 root 3 over, now root 3 times root 3 is root 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So that's w. We're done. Can't divide, can't simplify that. 3 doesn't go into 8. And then now x is the hypotenuse here. I'm going to multiply the short leg by 2. So if we double 8 root 3 over 3, we get 16.